What's up, Hammerheads? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Jim. This is the Hammers and Wrenches YouTube channel. And you guessed it, we're working on Delphine again. And I got some parts for Christmas and they've been laying around. I've been lazy, but it's time for that to end. So we're gonna get a few things done. Today, we are going to be installing a rear differential stiffening kit from ECS Tuning. This is a pretty neat little kit. Comes with, some bushings, washers, bolts, some grease, and I'll show you how that all installs. But the idea behind that is, you have your factory bushings that are in there. Luckily, this car actually has two differential mounts. Some Japanese cars only use one differential mount on the lower trim levels. At least Audi was nice enough to use both mounts on this car, but they're compliant. That's the whole idea behind an Audi, is that it's compliant, it's quiet, it's isolated, but that doesn't suit my needs, so we're upgrading things. And these little guys actually slide into the factory bushing, and this fills the voids in the factory bushing. I'll cut that open and show it to you, but you get the picture. There are negatives in the factory bushing, and this positive slides into that and just stiffens everything up. We got some tools here. I got a ratchet wrench, regular wrench. These are 18 mils. I grabbed a 1/2 inch drive ratchet and the 3/8 drive ratchet. Not sure which one I'm going to use, but these are both 18 mil sockets. I have some various extensions and whatnot, a little cheater pipe if we want to slide that onto the handle of the 3/8 ratchet, and a screwdriver just for prying some stuff apart. We're going to need a blowgun, right there, blowgun for blowing junk out of the original bushings, and of course, our good friend PB Blaster. If you don't own it, go get it. Some starting fluid, little known fact, starting fluid and brake fluid, or brake clean rather, are basically the exact same thing. So just buy whichever one is cheaper at the parts store at the time. They are universal. Starting fluid and brake clean are pretty much the exact same things. Handy wipes, always want to keep that around, and a nice cold Bartle skeet so we can hydrate. All right, guys, so the car's jacked up and we're climbing under here. Let's see what we're looking at. So, right here, this is the rear differential. And the mounts are right up in here. See that hole right there, that piece of pipe sticking out? That's where the differential mount is, up in there. See it right there? That's where we're working, in there. It's gonna seem kind of tight. The other one is up in there. This is the sway bar. This is exhaust, obviously. So we're working up in there, and it's kind of tight, and you guys really aren't gonna be able to see what in the world I'm even working on. But I'm gonna try to show you. We gotta get a ratchet and an 18 millimeter socket in that hole, and then on this back side, let me move my light. Hang on. Let's see if I can show you. See right up in there. Hang on, right. See that nut in the end of that bolt sticking out? We got to get a wrench on that and take that bolt and nut out. So I'm gonna do that. There's no way you're gonna see me, so I'm shutting the camera off. I'll check in a minute. Okay, so I got the nut broke loose, and I got this wrench on the back side here, and my ratchet on the front side. Now, this ratchet is going to get stuck in here because I got this sway bar in the way. So this is going to be tricky. You're just going to have to work at it. Maybe reposition your ratchet up in here if you got to, but it's not going to be fun, but you'll get it. I believe in you. So do what you can do. You may have to pry over here, pry on something to keep pushing that bolt out. Just keep working it, you'll get it. Okay guys, so we got the bolt and washer out, and we're going to take the supplied grease and put it on the little bushing. And this grease, sure as shoot, don't want to come out, but you know, we're going to put a little daub all over this thing. This is a silicone based lubricant. Anytime you're using any like polyurethane bushings like this, you want to use silicone based lubricants. Anything else could degrade the rubber and actually cause it to, you know, fall apart, degrade, fail, whatever. This stuff is actually pretty freaking thick. Doesn't really seem like it's going to be too awful slippery to help us, but this is what they supply, so I guess this is what we use, right? But I took a blowgun and I blew up in that hole. We'll hit it one more time. Little blowgun, get in there. Hopefully you get some crud fly out of there. Now, I don't know if it goes this way or this way. That way or that way, honestly. So we're gonna poke around a little bit and see. We should be able to feel and see which way it wants to go. So kind of just feel around. It doesn't really seem to want to go that way. And it went. Did it go? I don't know. Feels like it's going. Sorta. Kinda. I think that's it. I don't know. I've never done this before. I can tell you it sucks trying to push that thing in there. Now, it said you can use the bolt and the washer to help push it through. So this thing should slide the whole way through there. Maybe my jack crept down a little bit. Alright, let's try that. Took the jack up about that was it. I took the jack up about 1/4 of a pump, and that helped us get that slid through there. Now, it said that we might need a pry bar to get that pressed in enough to get, you know, our nut and whatnot back on this other side. And boy howdy, they weren't lying. That does have to press in there a good little bit more. So I'm gonna work on that, and I'll check in a bit. Alright guys, so I got the bolt and the washer in there, and I put an 18 mil socket on the end of the bolt, and I'm taking this ratchet and using it basically as a pry bar, prying off of the sway bar. See how much movement I'm getting there? You got to do that and really give it heck to get that nut on the other side. So I'm going to shut you off so I can work, but that's the trick. You got to really pry on that and get the nut hand started on the other side. Okay guys, that was a struggle, and it definitely required a pry bar. Where's the pry bar? Hang on. This is the pry bar I used. Pretty long, you know, whatever, simple automotive pry bar. This is what did the trick. I had to pry off the back of the socket and pry off of the sway bar. I didn't really like prying on the sway bar, but I didn't have to use a ton of pressure, and then, you know, hand start the nut up in that back. It's dark. Right up in there, see where the wrench is up in there? Hand start that nut, and then you can get it going. It is a struggle, but it's possible. You get enough pressure, you know, pressure over here, and you'll get it. So I'm gonna torque this down, and then this side's done. Okay, so both the mounts are in. I didn't bother showing you guys the second side because you don't need a 30-minute video of me screaming at a car. But the kit is installed, it is done. I'm gonna say it's a good kit. You know, it was a bit of a struggle getting those bolts in there and getting the nuts on it, but I think the remedy to that is the bolts could have been a 1/4 inch longer, would have been perfectly fine. There was nothing in the way, so I would say ECS tuning could have made those bolts a little bit longer. Otherwise, it was a good kit. I think it did the job that it's intended to do. You know, when I was tightening those bolts and nuts down, it really squished that those, you know, filler pieces in there, the polyurethane. So I think it's going to do a good job. And you know, if you have one of these Audi B6 cars, I'd probably suggest that mount kit. Oh, also that same kit will install on any B7 Audi as well. So years 2002 to 2008, if you have an A4, this kit will install on your car. And yeah, I think it was a really good kit. Basic hand tools, so you know, highly suggest it. So as I always say, thanks so much for watching. If you'd like to subscribe, if you'd like to hit the thumbs up, you know, that'd be really cool if you could do that. It lets me know that you guys like what I'm doing, and if you want to share it on your socials or do whatever, that'd be cool too. So I got to take this thing for a drive and see how much different it feels. I'm hoping for some sort of a noticeable difference, at least. It should help deliver the power to the ground quicker and more efficiently and take just the slop out of that rear differential. So, hey, thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you next time. Okay, so I just got home from like a little drive around the block, and I think it did something. It's not like incredibly different. I'd be lying if I said it was, you know, a big difference, but I think it helped a little bit. It's just getting rid of some of that driveline movement. So I'm sitting on my road, a little straight stretch. I have my phone jammed in my steering wheel right now, but I'm gonna do a little launch and run through like 2 or 3 gears and just kind of give you guys a little clip. So here we go. I don't know, the 1-2 shift feels quicker. It takes away, I hear less clunk too. So less clunk, and the shifts feel like it's delivering the power a little quicker. So hey, that's a win. Double peace out, yo.